How's it going? I'm Kenneth Marshall from Richmond, New Jersey, and I'm a history major here at Williams College. I've always been interested in history ever since I was a little kid. When I was younger, my family lived abroad in Switzerland, and then we came back, and my mother and father were kind of trying to introduce me, I guess, to my own country, which I was very young, so I had no idea about really any part of being an American, and they gave me a whole lot of books about sort of the founding fathers and all kinds of American history, which got me started. But here at Williams, I've sort of taken a more pre-modern route. I'm writing a thesis now on a medieval Arabic manuscript. So I suppose I'm just fascinated with the past, and that started when I was a little kid. I'll earn my PhD, and failing that, maybe do some work on maybe more popular historical enterprises. The most inspirational faculty for me here at Williams have been Professor Kirsten Beck in the Arabic Studies Department. She was a really great mentor, both in learning the Arabic language and also in sort of taking a more well-rounded approach to it and bringing in a lot of outside information and sources into learning the language. Another inspiration has been Eric Nibbs. He was a history professor here at Williams who specialized in the medieval period. This really fascinated me, and took some classes with him, and that sort of got me going down the road that I've decided to take with history. And finally, Professor Sadia Yaqub. She's a specialist in pre-modern Islamic history, especially the law. So she has been an inspiration in my interest in religion and the pre-modern sort of religious world, not only in the Middle East, but just sort of thinking about it more generally. So aside from athletics, cross-country, and track, I've been involved in the RAPS program, which my JA helped to start here at Williams, and this is like the recovery of unused food and produce from the dining halls, and we repackage that food and we send it off to shelters in the area. So that's been one way I've spent my time outside of sports and class here at Williams. Another would be caretaking up at Hopkins Memorial Forest. When I was a sophomore, I was the head caretaker up at the Memorial Forest owned by the college. And that basically meant organizing shifts and organizing festivals, like the Fall Festival, where we have people come up and eat donuts and make maple syrup. And the summer before that, I was actually a full-time worker in the forest. So I've done a lot of that sort of work up there with Drew Jones in Hopkins. I started running just as sort of a way to spend the time when I was in middle school, and then it turned out when I got to high school that I had some success in the sport, and I ended up really becoming committed to it. I think it was the first thing I became committed to in my sort of earlier years, and I think I decided I wanted to continue running when I came up to visit Williams, because I thought this is an amazing place to go to school, great setting, great academic environment, and I really got along well with the team and the guys that I met as an incoming student, and I thought that, after a long high school career and maybe a little bit of feeling tired of the sport, that Williams would reinvigorate my passion, and it certainly did, and I've enjoyed a lot of success being at Williams, definitely more so than when I was in high school as a runner. The most memorable achievement would have to be for me this year. Already this season, we've taken back the Little 3 title from Amherst. They've had a great team these past 2 years, and they have a great team this year. But we had a dedicated group of sophomores, juniors, and seniors who came in really in shape and just really hungry to grab that title back. And so 2 weeks ago, we were racing at Wesleyan, and we ended up putting in 8 Williams guys before Amherst's top man, and that was a really memorable sight, seeing all 8 of us just in our Williams uniforms, and they're very bright and easy to pick out in a line down a grass field, and just seeing all those guys just crushing it, hammering it home. That was really special. I was really honored, especially because I wasn't at Williams when I heard that my team had elected me a captain last year, and I think what made it so special was that I had grown up as a Williams runner under some extraordinary captains. And they were guys who really were trusted to uphold the standard of not only excellence in running and training, but excellence kind of off the field in class, but also they were just charismatic guys. And I was honored to be considered and selected to hold up that legacy. So I think that has been the biggest pressure, but also the biggest honor of the job. It's been also interesting to see how you're sort of up there with another two charismatic guys, and you're trying to decide what that team wants this year and what Williams Cross Country is going to be in addition to what it has been. I think that's been a challenge, but it's been something that I'm excited to be a part of, and I think at the end of this season we'll look back and we'll be really proud of what kind of team we had, kind of really proud of handing off the baton to the next year's leadership, having upheld that legacy, but also done some new stuff.